Okay, so in today's class what we are going to see is the smallest integer divisible by k, which is a strike problem on LeetCode 1015. So the problem statement is, given a positive integer k, you need to find the length of the smallest positive integer n such that n is divisible by k and n only contains the digit 1. Return the length of n if there is no such n. Return minus 1. So n may not fit in a 64-bit signed integer. So what they have given is, they have given a k, and what they are asking is, they are asking to return the length of the minimum length of the number which can be divisible by k, and the number should need to contain only once. So in this case the number is given is k, and the n which you have taken is 1. So which is 1 modulo 1 is equal to 0, which is 1 is divisible by 1, and the length of the number which you have taken, so n is the length of the n is equal to 1. So that is what you have printed. So if you go for example 2, same way the number 2 has been given. So number we can't able to generate any number that is contains only 1 that can be divisible by 2. So we have returned minus 1. And for 3 what we have taken is, we have taken a number n is equal to 111. So it is divisible by 3 and length of this number is 3. So that is what we have printed. So if you look into closely to this problem, so there is a base condition. So exactly what we are going to do is, we are going to generate 1 like 11 like 111 41, and we are checking for each condition. What we check is whether that number is divisible by k or not. If the number is divisible by k, we will be like returning the length of that number. If the number is not divisible by k, what we do is, we try for the next permutation or next combination, which is the next lexiconical, or let's say if you are trying 111, we go for 111. If 111 is not divisible by k, we go for 4 ones. Okay, so on. So there is a base case for this, which is, what if the number is not divisible by any of the number which we are generating using 1. So there is a condition for that, which is, if a given number is equal to 2 or 5, then that could end up in not dividing by k, which means if you take, there is a number 2 is been given, and they are asking whether any of the number that could be generated like this is divisible by 2. No, because each and every number which is multiply of 2 is equal to even. So if you see, each and every number which you are generating is odd, so there is no possibility of like having any n for the 2. And if you take for 5, so the same will be applied. When it comes to 5, the multiples of 5 has only 5 and 0, right? So 15, 20, then 25, 30, so on. So which is the last digit only will be 5 and 0. For this 5 and 0, we can't able to generate a number which has, so what we are generating is the number which has only 1. So 2 and 5 could be omitted. So these are the base condition. And what we do is, another base condition is, we generate the length of that list. Let's say k is equal to 1, so k is equal to 5, and so k is equal to 4. We are generating at some point, if the length of the number is greater than 4, then also we will be returning the minus 1. Okay, so I have already written this code. I will show you. Okay, so this is the code for the LeetCode strike problem for today's problem. So what we have done is, we check the condition whether k is divisible by 2 or k is divisible by 5. So then we will be returning minus 1, because we can't able to generate any number. So then what we do is, initially we take r is equal to 1. So what if the given number k is equal to 1, and so if k is equal to 1, what we need to return is length of 1, right? So n is equal to 1, so n modulo k. If k is also is equal to 1, what happens? Rem is equal to 0. So this won't enters the while condition, because in while condition what I have said is, only when rem is greater than 0, then it enters the while condition. And length is equal to initially 1, because we are having this n is equal to 1. So length is equal to 1. So if length rem is not equal to 0 or greater than 0, what you can do is, again we will be going here, we will be finding the next combination. What is this is? So let's say we are having 1, we multiply 1 into 10, so 10 plus 1, which is 11. So if you have like 11, what you do is we multiply it into 10, which is 110, and plus 1, which is 1111. We are generating the next sequence of this, and we are checking whether it is divisible by k. If it is divisible by k, rem is equal to 0 and length will be increased. If length is greater than k also, we will be returning minus 1. So that is what we said before. And if rem is equal to 0, then length 0 return, we will be returning the length. Let's submit this.